you don't want to necessarily grant equity to somebody who's going to be there for 6 months and then bail out and then retain their equity. So how do you get that equity back if they leave? Do you want your equity to vest over a period of time? Let's say, a 3 to 5 year vesting schedule is very typical in the restaurant industry.
And can we talk for a second about equity? Because I think that particularly in this day and age, as talent can be so hard to find, a lot of operators have come to feel that perhaps offering equity to key people within their establishment is a great way to find that next level of talent, to engage with folks who are going to be committed for a longer period of time. Can you talk a little bit about what that looks like as far as, what the operator should be thinking about in terms of giving equity to staff?
Sure. So this is probably a decision that you want to have earlier on, right when you start. You begin to, once you have a restaurant that's open and running and you decide 2 years down the line that you want to give equity to a key employee, you start to run into tax issues that make giving that equity a little bit difficult. Sometimes you see the term phantom interest thrown around a lot, that it's not really equity. It's a bonus that mimics what the equity would be. And it's being structured that way because to avoid tax issues to the person that you're granting that interest to. Look, I think equity is a great way to incentivize employees. There are a lot of things that you need to consider when granting equity. So, for example, how much? Is it going to come off of the operator side? Is it going to come off of the investor side? Is it going to dilute everyone equally? That's one decision to be made. Also, you don't want to necessarily grant equity to somebody who's going to be there for 6 months and then bail out and then retain their equity. So how do you get that equity back if they leave? Do you want your equity to vest over a period of time? Let's say, a 3 to 5 year vesting schedule is very typical in the restaurant industry. You want that person to be dedicated and earn that equity as they go. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's a great tool, especially if the cash isn't available right away to be able to pay for the talent. Equity is always a nice thing to give, and they can be part of a business that's growing and, hopefully make a lot of money in the long term.
Yeah, one of my business advisors when I had my restaurants had a saying that was something around, equity doesn't mean anything until it means something, right?
Right.
It's very true for
That's
both
right.
parties, right?
Think about it as like a bond that's just sitting in your pocket that hasn't matured yet, right?
Right.
Like, going to be worth something, hopefully, at some point. But
Yep.